All right, thank you for being here, everybody. I appreciate it. I got just a little warning. We got a puppy. She's right outside my door, and we're hoping she's going to remain calm for this 17-minute ISC episode titled Alpha 4.0, whenever that happens, Creatures and Characters. So let's see. Oh, I'm on the game screen. Yeah, whatever. We'll just go from there. I was just doing some cargo running, and it went really well today, so that's cool.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Inside Star Citizen. I'm your host, Jared Huckabee. On the show this week, cows. Space cows. An entire episode dedicated to cows. How are they going to do that? We have no idea, but I bet it won't be well. Enjoy. So, what is the space cow?
Like, hey Jared, can you give us 15 minutes on a cow? It's like it's always quasi or quasi, and everyone always says it differently because the Montreal guys are the character people, so they're always like
Zach's in chat,
quasi,
by the way.
and we're like quasi. So the quasi guaza is
Okay. There's got some hair on them now.
Why do creatures matter? What do they add to our video game?
well, this is a cow and it moves, so it's incredibly exciting. Creatures in general add believability to the world and the experience. And in general, when you're flying your ship or driving around, seeing fauna running around and just
Hey, I think Zach looks great.
being in the world, it's like, oh cool, I'm actually
really
like, you know, on a planet, I'm in an environment.
They present lots of opportunities for unique gameplay situations and allow you to see the landscapes perhaps in a new way. I think players are already really enjoying the creatures that we've got in the game.
The actual release was fine, but when we did the initial release into like PTU, there were problems with the creature desyncing and things like that, but we've been working on fixing that up and, you know, making sure that the creatures are responsive and, well, engaging really.
The biggest challenge in programming creatures is bringing them to life, making sure that all the incredible animations that we've got are placed in the right way and that they're working together as a whole creature that's not just an individual set of animations, but something that's living and breathing. So the quasi-grazer is quite a simple creature. We kind of colloquially call it the space cow. We like to put space in front of every other creature. We've had the space dog and the space bird, and now we've got the space cow. It's got quite simple behaviors. They're very gentle creatures.
That's kind of cool to see.
We look at how cows...
I'll put it this way. This isn't as interesting as I'm just flying around and, you know, this happens. You know what I mean? Or I'm just walking around.
We look at how cows look, well, not how they look, but how they act, and, you know, they're space mooing and, you know, they're eating grass, they're roaming around in...
I mean, I think it's more like what was the real reason for hunting in the past? It was for meat or for the horn or whatever, right? Like it was for gathering. It was hunting and gathering. This is, or, you know, the skin for clothing and stuff like that, right? So it's what we do with them, I think, is the important thing.
And, well, except the main difference is that they have eggs, which is pretty gross.
Talk to me about space mooing. What's space mooing?
He wants me to do the noise, and I'm going to refrain. I'll let one of the audio people handle that. But what we always give direction to the audio team is just like, we'll be like moo, and then parenthesis like alien or space, just so they don't end up like, you know, just giving us a regular moo. Because, you know, cows actually have regional accents. So if you listen to a cow moo in the south of England or the north of England, they sound very different. So,
Moo!
you're right, love, moo. What does a Stanton cow moo sound like versus, you know, like a Manchester cow moo?
We're getting off topic.
Yeah, we are. There are 5 different types of quasi-grazers in 4.0, and you'll see them scattered in various biomes. The desert variant of the quasi-grazer is the one you're all familiar with, that you've seen in like the Star Engine trailer, and it is going to be on Hurston.
It doesn't have fur. It's made for the desert, so it's more like a
turbulent.
thick skin. It's similar to a cow, but it doesn't have horns.
It has a typical amount of eggs for a quasi-grazer.
What is a typical amount of eggs?
It is randomized, but there is like a typical medium that we go with. It's consistently inconsistent.
So some
Sounds like
cows
Star
will have
Citizen.
more eggs than others?
Yes,
Why?
because you think of like Spanish cows, right? They tend to be a lot skinnier than like North American cows because they like eat a lot more. They have access to like a lot more water, they've got a lot more food versus like hot areas.
Do you think this is a good use of your time, Zach?
I think I am sick at looking at videos of cows and sending them to animators and be like, no, the tail needs to move like this. The next kind is the boreal forest, which
This is why this
is
game
quite
is
nice
never coming
as they
out.
are on Microtech. You'll see that it has hair around its neck and its faceplate is more pronounced. So they will be spawning near copions and near the Mareks as well. And if they ever end up crossing paths, there will be arguments between them. I don't think that the copions will loot the cow eggs, but it just means there's a bit of nice systemic gameplay that you can come across where a copion has hunted a cow in this case.
And you just pick it up.
The grasslands version
Hell
of the
yeah.
quasi-grazer, you'll see that they have darker fur and in general a more darker shade on their skin as well.
The grassland quasi-grazer looks more like a buffalo with the way its fur is made. Like the desert quasi-grazer, it also
That
has
actually
eggs
scared
that
me.
you can
What the
loot.
fuck?
They live in the savanna area of Microtech. And it will be joined by a jungle variant which will be sharing the savanna for the time being. And lastly, the one I'm most excited about is the Arctic variant. You
Yeah,
will
this
find
is
the tundra
badass.
space cow in the tundra, the more cold areas of Microtech.
The
do
Arctic
they
space
eat?
cow we did was one animal that we actually had to do fully
And why
covered
are
in
there
fur,
flies
which
on
is
it?
quite a challenge. I remember Chris saying we want to see hordes of them passing by, so he's talking about 20 or 30 or even hundreds of them passing by. So it would have to be really optimized, and at the same time would have to hit the quality bar. We managed to create a very interesting, fluffy creature that you're going to be able to enjoy very soon.
It's fully covered in hair, and it's using similar tech to what we have on the human beings. You imagine like winds and when it moves and things like
We're
that,
not gonna
its
see
fur is
hundreds
basically
of
fully
cows, I don't
reactive
think.
to those elements. So it makes the animations come a lot more alive, and it really shows how having these simulated elements on the creature using our hair tech is just gorgeous.
We're also very excited to see how this opens up a lot of possibilities and opportunities for the creatures in the future, as this was a breakthrough for us to be able to cover such a large creature with so much fur.
The ones with fur look really super cute. I think we want some tongue physics in there as well, because normal cows are quite licky.
Okay, the views and opinions of Andrew Davies do not represent those of Cloud
No.
Games, Robert Space Industries, or its subsidiaries.
But it's
I
true.
wouldn't say this too much lately.
Interestingly,
True.
it is
Cows are
the
very
only
tonguey.
variant without eggs, and instead you'll be able to loot this creature's tongue.
What?
Yeah, the tongue.
Andrew talked about the tongue. He wanted to add tongue physics.
Yeah, no, probably not. It'd be a bit weird. What noise does a tongue detaching make anyway? You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, you'll make that sound, but not the space move?
I'm not making an animal noise. It's not the weekend yet.
Fucking love this guy.
One of the really cool features we've got is that the creatures respond to the day-night cycle. During the nighttime, they're more likely to be sleeping, whereas during the day, they're more likely to be grazing.
It's a very non.
Do you know what I love about him more than anything? The fact that everyone equates him to only making glint and nothing else. And every time he's on camera, and is having a good time and being fun, they're getting angrier and angrier and angrier. And that just makes me happy.
Lethal, kind of set dressing for planets type of animal.
The real trouble comes if you disturb these gentle creatures by attacking them or as there's a hostile nearby.
If you are mean to the cows in any capacity, what they will do is the majority of them will run away. However, one will come and knock you over. And it will only do a small amount of damage, but, you know, I would like to track the telemetry on how many people die to them, which would be interesting.
They can be quite deadly, as cows are.
We have finally found a reason for the knockdowns. That is the first time there has ever been a good reason to be knocked down with these stupid fucking knockdowns we've been dealing with for the dumbest reasons. That was the most normal knockdown I've seen. The force reactions, yes. That was the most normal, reasonable time I've ever seen it make sense. The only time.
Are in real life.
Thank you.
4 or 5 deaths in the UK every year by cows. So yeah, it's quite a dangerous creature if you raise its anger.
Do you ever consider making them mourn the death of another?
That's really depressing. One of my team is very, very keen to get petting of quasigrazers in there.
Oh, that would
but
be cool.
I think that's a whole other feature that I'll have to wait for another day.
Let us pet the cow.
Yeah, that would
What
be
happens
nice.
if you are aggressive with the cow?
If you are aggressive to the cow, one cow will end up charging you and knocking you over. Oh!
HR?
This episode is a show. Back to you.
This is a live reaction of the what are they called? The things that we were supposed to have in our hangars. What? The Ace Ventura thing, that's crazy. Oh, new hairs. Guys, they finally did dreads. Are they going to update Tisha Pacheco, you think? Fuck yeah.
So for the
That might be Tisha right there.
next release, we're getting some new features for the character customizer that I think you're really gonna like. We're starting with some new hairstyles.
Hell yeah.
Let's start with the mullet. We're gonna have a new mullet.
That's
This
what I saw. Fuck yeah. It's literally Theo Vaughn.
mullet was designed to be really grungy and disheveled. Great to fit with the new pyro stuff. There's also a lovely twin braid that is just parted in the middle.
That's
it's an
nice.
hairstyle that you can actually use to still be fashionable and practical because it's
It's the UFC fighter right there.
used to still be fashionable and practical because it's all tied up. Then we also have another style, which is a big curly hair. Very, very
Nice.
volumetric feel to it.
Not quite a fro though.
It's quite amazing. It's going to be amazing to make it look with the hats and the masks and all that and the way it will fit. I'm pretty sure this is going to cause a great visual impact.
Oh my god.
Additionally, for the next release, we're getting
It's the American filter.
tattoos. Finally, you're gonna be able to give yourself that specific styling that you're not gonna match
Sick.
anyone else in the verse. The tattoo system is really great. You can select from a plethora of tattoos and you can adjust the colors so you get them just as you like them.
I was gonna go. What do you mean we're gonna not be like anyone else? It seems like it's pretty limited. But
And you
okay,
can also
I
set the
forgot about
age on them
colors.
to make them look like you've had them for a long time.
Age.
For the tattoos
Interesting.
on the first batch, we have a bunch of different styles. We have some organic tattoos. We have the tattoos of flowers. We have one that's more old school American style.
Did he just fucking say American style? And there's a goddamn bald eagle with a fucking with a snake. You're goddamn right. I got chills right now, brother. Holy shit. He's gonna be a rapper too.
Like Pico, always a winner, right?
Oh my god, Pico tattoos. That's so smart.
There's a
little-
Pico tattoo?
Oh,
They should have sold it.
there's a Pico tattoo.
They should sell tattoos.
He's gonna be surfing down everyone's necks. Get ready for
Everything cosmetic. I will say they should sell. People are gonna get mad in the comments. Don't care. They should sell everything cosmetic because the more cosmetic things they sell, the less they do F7A like events. Right? CIG? We'll just say why not both. So maybe I shouldn't say anything.
Pico
Wait,
neck
there's a
tattoo.
Pico neck tattoo?
Oh yeah, that's the stuff.
That's
That
the Cody
is the
Rhodes
stuff.
right there.
I don't even know what that is, but yes.
Who the fuck is Cody Rhodes?
We have used a bunch of teams that are part of the game, like the creatures and the ships also. We have a tattoo for the javelin, which
Okay.
we're showing different side of the ship. We have a tattoo for the Scorpion, which is more of the old school style. We have
This
the
is
Marok,
really-
which has kind of a synthwave
Really cool,
influence.
actually.
We have one that's a full face skull. Also, I think this one the player is gonna like. Still limited, but as time goes on,
Every pirate, everyone who thinks they're a pirate in the game is gonna have
we plan
that.
to release more and more of these.
People should care about the tattoos because they let
is
you
awesome.
personalize yourself and express yourself in a way that you couldn't with the previous features of the character customizer. It's always been about expressing yourself. That's the whole deal
SaltEMike
about
logo
it. But
tattoo?
now
That's
this will
cringe.
allow you to get something printed on your face that immediately communicates something to other players about what you are about.
What does a face tattoo communicate about you to other people?
Lots of things. I've seen some stuff.
I like that guy. Oh, okay.
In addition to the tattoos, we're also looking into piercings right now. We have 5 different areas that you can apply them to.
I think I hear the dog.
We have ears, 1 and 2. We have eyebrows, 1 and 2, and the lower lip.
And nose.
We're also pursuing different piercing styles. So the simple one from
So I told a story about this girl being really nasty to me at the like when we went to pick up our puppy, when we went to rescue our puppy. When they put the jewelry on, this is basically exactly what she looked like, and she was mean.
From an implementation perspective is studs. So we have a range of different stud piercings that you can apply. Rings are a bit more complicated, but because as you shape the face, the rings will have to deform as well as the face. So that might be a little bit longer.
That's crazy.
And last but not least, we're bringing a new stubble feature to the character customizer. Obviously, we have a huge selection of
Fuck yeah, I
facial
can
hair
finally look like
already.
me 'cause I can't grow
but
a real
now
beard.
you can change them all to have a stubble built in.
Stubble that you can actually use with any other beard. So you can combine it with a longer beard or a
Ollie Red?
mustache
Oh, I
or
didn't see-
something,
thank you,
just
Ollie.
to give you that different look.
Did you watch this?
We also have 2 new beards.
It's actually a really
One
good
that is
episode.
longer groomed.
Welcome, guys, from Ollie's stream. I can't believe they put the sandworm there. That's trolling. That's trolling.
And when there's a bit shorter, it was important to add stubble just to give you a
Yeah, I like
more
that.
realistic look for people that want to look like more like a fighter and less like a prince.
Yeah,
So
they did a good
if
job
you're
with the
looking for
beards.
this pyro look or this look of you're a miner, you're a worker, you're something, then this is just going to give you the edge on your look.
So you just tick the box, stubble,
UFC fighter, male.
and now you can add that to your sweet Abraham Lincoln beard that you love so much. So that's all of the new features for the character customizer for the next release. Sorry if we couldn't show you everything today, but we're working hard on it. I hope you are as excited as we are for these new features.
Sorry if we couldn't show you everything. I wonder if he knows what they were able to show or not before they showed it. Probably not. That's pretty sick.
And I hope you also feel that this is going to allow you to further show your own persona in the verse.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't think anybody can say anything bad about this episode. That was awesome.
So, what did we learn this week? Well,
Oh my, I like to moo so much. Moo moo.
Yeah, we're just out in the cold here, just doing cow stuff out in the cold.
Aye, we always moo like that and eat loads of grass, aye.
oh, it's so fucking cold!
Moo. Skål för mjölk. Moo. Moo. I like the moo.
Jared m'a fait dire ces lignes, donc je dois dire le mot. Me, sacre me.
Just end it. Just end it. That's where we stop. That's where we stop right there. Oh God. How that was the best episode I've seen in a while. That's how I would describe it. The worst best. Replay. No, I will not replay the cow fart. All right. That was ISC. I don't have a lot to add. I want to see really when you pick up the egg, the description. If you guys know about the Copian horns, they're used to like build bones, some sort of crafting thing. I don't know what the Merrick gem does yet. I don't think there was a description for it. I hope there's a description for the eggs and the tongue, I guess. And I just look forward to finding out more about that because that's important. I think those are the things that matter. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the ISC. Why is my phone going and making so much noise? This is why it should be on silent all the time, but it's not, and I don't know why. Because we have a puppy, so I need to know, like, hey, if my wife needs help. But now my phone is going crazy. So, yes, I will fix this later. It's driving me mad.